This video has ended.
This video has started.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday. I'm back. Sorry.
Were you gone?
Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
You looked like a chick last week.
I looked hot. Hey, doesn't matter if I look like a chick or if I look like a dude. I still look better than you.
Oh. Then be fighting.
David's in the house. Rebecca's in the house. Good evening, everybody. Jamie, what's up, buddy? I don't want to say Happy Memorial Day because it's not a day to be happy, but I hope that you guys had a good day today, and that if you have family who were in the military, we appreciate their service. We appreciate your service if you were in the military or family member of a service person who was in the military.
Yeah, I wanted to start with a little video that I made.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure. I won't be able to hear it, but that's... Pretty snazzy. That's pretty good. Yeah. We have our own trailer. Is that up on the internet yet?
It will be.
Sweet. That's great. Well, welcome to Monday, everybody. We're so glad that you were here. We've got a lot to go over. We've got a good show. And you know how our show goes. We do two shows for the week. So we're going to do the first part of the show. Then we're going to do the last part of the show at the bottom of the hour. So stay tuned. You're gonna get both parts of the show, but there's gonna be a stop and a start and a relaunch and all that good stuff. So just let you know that's how it works.
Yeah.
Mallory Rosado. Hey, how are you doing? What's up, Sam? Beatrice Feeney. Beatrice is in the house. It's good to see her this weekend.
Yeah.
Good to see her and Brian.
She's getting all hitched up.
She's getting hitched. Taking her lives in her hand. I've heard the guy that's doing their wedding is a little kooky, so we'll see how time works.
Yeah, good luck with that, Beatrice.
Good luck with that. You need it. Last time I married the people off in 1970. Yeah. All right. Have you hit the record button?
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this week's show, we have some news about Moana stage show at Hong Kong Disneyland. RFID is coming to Disneyland Paris. Enjoy that. Meetups, trivia, and so much more, all on this week's Disney Parks podcast. All right. How goes it, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Good. I'm not going to ask how your weekend went because we were together this weekend.
That's true.
We had the meetup on Saturday. What you think about the meetup? It was pretty good, right? It's great.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah. But you saw Solo, and I saw Solo, too.
Correct. Different times.
Different places.
I saw a press screening, and you paid for it.
Yeah. Did I?
Yeah.
No, somebody bought my ticket.
Oh, good for you. So, real quick, before we get too deep into it, what do you think of Solo in 30 words or less?
I thought it was good. I thought it filled in a lot of missing pieces that you kind of didn't know Solo's backstory, and this kind of filled in some of that backstory.
Right.
So that part I liked. I'm not, hardcore, I'm into the Star Wars universe. I like them, except for those 3 movies they did. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm interested to see now all these spin-offs. There's supposed to be a Lando spin-off, Boba Fett spin.
Yeah,
they'll be. I think they'll be okay if they kind of stick to this, where they kind of fill in the backstory without giving away too much of what may or may not happen in the future.
Yeah, the downside is it did not do well in the box office. So I think it did $103 million in the opening weekend, which for a Star Wars movie is not so great.
No.
So I'm not so sure we're going to see that.
But I think we knew that.
Yeah, I think we knew going in.
We knew it. Maybe Disney didn't.
I think Disney knew it. They were already circling the wagons on this one. So I don't know if we're going to see the Lando movie. I don't know if we're going to see the Boba Fett movie, although I would like to.
Kathleen Kennedy said Lando Calrissian spinoff.
Yeah, I don't think we need to see Lando Calrissian. I don't need to see him getting it on with a robot. That's just not my thing. There's Reddit groups for that. However, I do think that Donald Glover, I was going to say Danny Glover. Yeah. Donald Glover did a great job. He was great. I thought everybody I thought it was really, really good. Yeah. Unlike everybody else who's crapping on it. And ironically, I'm usually the guy that's really negative on some things. I liked it. I thought it was really, really good.
Right.
I was very much more excited about it having seen it. And I thought that it fit well in the current state of where we're at with Star Wars movies.
Right.
In the climate that we're in. Is it on par with Star Wars and Empire and Return of the Jedi? Yes. I'll say this again. Yes. Yes, it is. Those movies were not perfect. Those movies had flaws. They were not the greatest movies since Sliced Wonder Bread.
Right.
But we're nostalgic about everything, and the great thing and the bad thing about nostalgia is we only remember the good things and we don't remember the bad things.
Sure.
So there's a lot of crappy stuff in I remember people were pissed about Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Because, they didn't answer all the questions. They didn't like the Ewoks. But nobody's remembering that right now. Right now, the Ewoks are the greatest things since Sliced Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
No offense to Warwick Davis. No, they were not. Now, my wife and I disagrees on that.
Right.
But I thought that it was good,
Yeah. So Saturday, before the meetup, we had lunch over at 50's Primetime. What did you think of your lunch? You ordered the Blue Plate Special. Special.
Yeah, I still owe you some money, by the way. It was okay. It was good. A little salty. But other than that, it was really good. Yeah. It was basically beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff was good. I liked it. What did you think about? You had the meatloaf.
I had the meatloaf. You can't go wrong with the
meatloaf.
Yeah. It's just enough meat and loaf and potatoes.
But you didn't eat the last carrot.
That's the last. Well, nobody ate the last carrot apparently.
Tony left one carrot on his plate, and then the gentleman next to us. Because if you've ever eaten at 50's Primetime, you were literally sitting next to the people.
Yeah.
The gentleman next to him ordered the exact same dish and didn't eat the carrot. I threw out the joke that it's probably the same carrot, and the waiter got really concerned about that.
No, it can't be the same.
It's got teeth marks in it. Yes, it can't. No, I'm kidding. And then we had the peanut butter cake, butter and chocolate cake, or whatever that's called. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it was good. I enjoyed it. I've only eaten there a handful of times, but every time I've eaten there, it's been great.
Yeah. There's only there's 3 places to eat there. That's it.
Pretty much. Unless you want to go quick service.
I'm not a big fan of the quick service.
I've only eaten Mama Melrose's a few times. I've only eaten at the Brown Derby twice, and then the buffet I've eaten at a whole bunch because we've gone for the character stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
not a fan of buffet.
Yeah, well, you're either a buffet person or you're not, and you're not.
I'm not. I like people bringing me food.
Yeah. What a freaking shock that is. I don't mean that to be mean. I was just, Anywho.
I know.
The meetup was great. Yeah. We had a lot of people there, and in true Disney Parks podcast style, no pictures.
Yeah. They vaporize. Oh, God. We're terrible at that.
Yeah, we really are. We really need
We should hire somebody.
No. I should just set a friggin' alarm on my phone. We had a great time. A lot of friends came out and hung out. Some new friends came out.
Yeah.
Some people who don't even live here yet came out. So it was good. It drizzled a little bit, which we knew, but it wasn't so bad. And then
we were under umbrellas.
Yeah, it was great. It was comfortable. Daniel was the guy that was outside helping us. He was really great. Super into what we were doing.
Yeah.
So if he's listening, hey Daniel, good to see you.
Right.
And then we went to go see, you guys went to go see the fireworks.
Yeah.
We were tying up some loose ends on some things and then had to go get our magnets.
Right.
Because the park was closing. So we watched the fireworks from a different location, but it was cool.
Yeah, we saw them from pretty close up. And I will tell you this. I've seen the show quite a few times. It's one of my favorite shows. This Star Wars Spectacular Galactic,
fireworks,
whatever they call it. Whatever the Disney wants to name it. It is spectacular. It's in Dolby surround sound, but they did not have the volume at a heart-thumping volume pitch that they normally have it at. Normally, when that destroyer comes overhead, your heart's like...
Yeah.
And they did not have it. Somebody must have said something like, "Oh, I thought I was having a heart attack when that destroyer came over."
It was probably those same jackholes who didn't like the volume over at Whispering Canyon Cafe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's their fault.
Probably if somebody has a hearing aid.
I'm blaming them. I'm blaming them.
So, I wanted to complain on my way out. Like, why didn't you have it turned up? Where's the volume?
Did you forget to turn the volume up on that last thing?
Yeah.
It sounded like a X-wing fighter coming in.
It goes to 11, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's not a Star Destroyer. It sounded like an X-wing.
It goes to 11.
It sounded like George Jetson. So yeah, it was great. It was a great night. And then
and the other thing they didn't do was typically that new stage is on wheels and usually gets carted out. And I don't think they have a place to put it anymore with all the construction over there. So they left it. And because that kind of blocks some of the view of the projections.
Did the thing not go down?
They went down, but normally it's on wheels and they just cart it off.
Right.
But they did not do that. And maybe because Galactic Nights was on Sunday, they said, you know what, just leave it here. It's got to come back out.
Or they had so many, probably their staging area is full with the Galactic Nights props.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah.
Or they were going to do a little rehearsal of something later and then feel like carting it out and bringing it back. Right. So that was my only
gripe.
Yeah, my only gripe. I still like the show.
Yeah, we did not go to Galactic Nights as per usual. We didn't have to. We watched it from the comfort of our own homes on our computers. No major stellar announcements coming out of Galactic Nights other than Black Spire Outpost. Yay.
There's a whole story behind that, and I don't know it yet.
Yeah, great. Good for us. So, yeah.
I don't have a need to care yet.
Not yet, but it's coming. So,
but it's a lot. Well, I was saying it, and I said it to you. If we want to see Star Wars, let's just go to Disneyland. It's going to open a year before ours. So at least we'll get a taste of what to expect.
It's months before, not year. Months. They're both opening in 2019.
Yeah.
One's in the fall, summer, one's in spring, one's in fall.
Go see theirs, and then we know what to expect for ours.
Yeah.
So if anybody out in Disneyland...
Jen, we're talking to you, pal.
...knows how this is going to work, because I know all the pass holders are on a freeze for the first 3 months. I know all the cast members are blocked out. So if anybody knows how we can get into this Disneyland Star Wars, I am all ears. So email to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com and let us know how this is going to work. Disney hasn't really said anything yet. I'm hoping maybe they send stuff to pass holders first and say, hey, this is how it's going to work. I think they're doing some kind of lottery for them. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting because a lot of the things that they're doing now with like the parking situation is anticipation of Star Wars Land opening.
Right.
That they know they're going to have an onslaught of attendance.
Right.
And they're trying to remedy it now. Because just the other day, the parking garage, the Mickey's in front of the parking garage, was closed. And Jen believes it was because I think something was expiring. They were trying to, get it back. I don't know. It's a complicated parking system over there.
You have to have a master's degree just to park.
Yeah, you really do.
That's crazy.
Really do.
All right. So, anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, my friends, I guess there's nothing else we can do but get into the news. All right. Moana. I can't remember the song. Moana.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. A homecoming celebration atmosphere stage show is now open at Hong Kong Disneyland. The first new entertainment offering at Hong Kong Disneyland's multi-year expansion, called Moana, a Homecoming Celebration, is now open for guests. The Atmosphere stage show combines visual storytelling, dancing, puppetry, and music to recount the adventures of Moana after she returns home to the village of Motunui. Set in an all-new outdoor open space venue in Adventureland, Moana, a Homecoming Celebration, invites guests to interact with the performers as they share Moana's travels with the demigod Maui to restore the heart of Te Fiti. This is the first show at any Disney park to feature the beloved and brave heroine. The show features dozens of tailor-made props, specially created costumes, and handcrafted decorations, all based on the animated film Moana, and traditional Polynesian culture. Cultural appropriation. The costumes themselves are more than a year in the making, inspired by styles traditionally worn in parts of the Pacific Islands, including Fiji, Samoa, and Tahiti. In addition, guests can now meet Moana herself in Adventureland, with more offerings themed to the heroine coming to the resort later this summer. This is just the beginning of the Hong Kong Disneyland expansion. New experiences will open almost every year through 2023.
Yikes.
Including an attraction featuring Ant-Man and the Wasp. Got it. Immersive areas themed to Frozen and Marvel, and a transformation of the iconic castle with new daytime and nighttime shows. They're making their castle ginormous.
Yeah.
This is the one.
You want to know why? They need something to project on.
That's right.
We can't project on. It'd be like Disneyland. You know, how do we project on that?
They do project on it, don't they?
Yeah,
it's teeny tiny, but they project on it.
Yeah. Well, that's why they have a lot of projections on Main Street, and they also project on It's a Small World.
Right. They have to, because it's no offense. It's small.
It's tiny.
It's teeny tiny. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's interesting. They're doing a lot of interesting things there, and you know, I'd love to get out there. I guess we'll have to wait for this expansion to be done so that I can see the final product and not something in transition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Disneyland Paris had a big media event last week and made a lot of announcements of all the new things that they are doing. And one of them is the RFID-enabled Magic Pass begins rolling out at the Disneyland Paris Resort, replacing their paper options.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds familiar. So back in February, we reported that Disneyland Paris was testing their RFID-enabled Magic Pass at the Disney's New York Hotel, or should I say Disney's Hotel New York. They reversed the words there in Paris for whatever reason. This multifunction and contactless card facilitates services and offered to customers of the Disney hotels compared to the Magic Band and the RFID ticket media at Walt Disney World. So I guess we were on the cutting edge of this stuff.
Yeah. Bleeding edge.
Right. We did all the growing pains for the rest of the Disney company.
You're welcome. Now we can share with the rest of the world.
Yeah. The Disney Magic Pass replaces their paper Easy Pass and paper meal vouchers that hotel guests normally would receive. The plastic Magic Pass will give them access to the hotel rooms and the two parks, but also introduces the opportunity to pay for items and for their food at different locations in the resort. So it's a tap to pay. Bink. When you have a meal plan booked, seats at Buffalo Bill Wild West Show, they will also appear on the card. Each member of the family will receive their own, but the food or merchandise can be paid for the whole family.
With just one card, right?
With one card.
Right.
Hopefully dad's with the credit card.
Or mom's.
Or mom's with the credit card. That's right.
Mom's
somebody's got a credit card.
Little Jimmy, the young entrepreneur internet billionaire.
The card is currently being rolled out to the following hotels: Disney's Hotel New York, Disney's Newport Bay Club, Disney's Hotel Cheyenne and Disneyland Hotel. I'd love to one day figure out why they named those hotels like Cheyenne, New York, and we'll do a show about it.
Oh, I can tell you really quick.
Yeah. No, I don't want to. But let's do a thing.
Oh, you want to say dumb? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I do.
Okay.
The rollout will be completed this summer when all the hotels at the resorts will offer the Magic Pass for the guests. This development is in line with the announcements made during the recent Inside Ears event, when it stated that the Disneyland Paris wants to become more digital. Magic bands are not coming to Europe, so the Magic Pass seems to be the permanent solution.
Right. That's
you don't like the band?
Yeah.
You don't want to band together with us?
Oh, no. I don't know what the deal is with the Magic Band is, but it's pretty cool they're doing the card at least, because it was weird getting paper tickets even a while ago.
And it's interesting, they even did a video for like nobody knows what contactless payment.
I don't know, man.
It's big in Europe.
I know.
Tap to Pay is huge over there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
All right, so here's the thing. I just off the Disney path, the number one contactless payment: Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, PayPal. What do you think it is? You're going to be quite surprised.
What platform?
Yeah. What company?
What company?
What company platform?
McDonald's?
Yeah. Close. Starbucks.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Starbucks. Yeah, pick your phone. Nice.
Because they have their reward program built into it, so everybody wants their points.
Yeah. That's brilliant. That's a great strategy. Have a rewards program.
It's something in the billions, and it's something. It's like I think Apple Pay and Samsung Pay, or Apple Pay and Samsung Pay together.
Google?
Don't beat Starbucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So. That's telling you something.
A little trivia for you.
That tells you the value of a loyalty rewards program.
Yeah. Or coffee.
And coffee. Yes. Not in that order.
Right. Hey, last week the trivia question was, in Frozen, John, how many brothers does Hans say he has?
604. His family was very prolific and did not know how to read.
Close. It was 12.
Oh.
And, unfortunately, nobody answered.
What?
So, we don't have a winner.
Nobody can do math because you kept talking about his 11 brothers are going to beat him up.
That's right.
Or 12 brothers to beat him up.
So this week's trivia question is maybe a little bit easier. On whose shoulders does Dopey stand on in order to dance with Snow White during the silly song scene? Say that 3 times fast.
No.
If you know the answer, send that to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
You've got a 1 in 6 shots.
That's right.
Yeah. You could send 6 emails. You could potentially win.
That's right.
Yeah, one with all of them.
Don't do that, but you could.
You could.
You could.
Just saying.
You could.
You could.
Yeah. Do a little research. It's easy to figure out.
It's super easy to figure out.
Or watch a movie.
Hey, we just got done doing our live show for our Patreon community, and if you would like to be in on that, we do a live show every Monday, whatever today is, Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, just for our Patreons, and you can find out more information about how to become one over at patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. Now, we have different levels of rewards program depending on how much you would like to help support what we do here. We have a different level for all the rewards, but no matter what level you are, you get access to our special private Facebook group that you can interact with other listeners, other people from around the world, as well as get the special content just for you guys and the weekly live show. So you can go check that out at patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And you could be part of the cool kids like our friends James, Grant, Ernie, David, Sam, Jennifer, Ross, Ron, Jeremy, Willie, Michael, Mike, Cassandra, Katie, Eva, other Katie, Mike, Corey, and Kathy. Not our Kathy. Okay. So yeah, thanks guys for being a part of the show, and everything that you guys do helps us keep our show on the air and free for you guys. So thank you very much. All right, good. Disney's Animal Kingdom is testing in-park ticket sales pilot at Ticket Corner. This is news to me. Beginning today through September 29th, Disney's Animal Kingdom will be testing Ticket Corner, an in-park ticket sales location just outside of the Discovery Trading Company. Without leaving the park or visiting guest relations, guests will now be able to upgrade their ticket by adding additional days or options, such as the Park Hopper option. You can upgrade your ticket to an annual pass, or you can purchase tickets for special ticketed events like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We expect this operation to run very similar to the remote guest relations locations that Disney's turned out, like the one over at Hollywood and Sunset at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I'm shocked that they haven't come up on this idea earlier.
Yeah.
It just seems to make sense. Universal does it. Why haven't we not done this?
Right. And I'm not surprised they don't have, I don't know, let's say a half a dozen. 6 guest relations women, peoples, walking around with their iPad, just say, hey, can I help you? Do you need, extra days on your ticket? I mean, you could wind up upselling somebody.
Yeah.
Just by walking around the park. You put 6 people in the studios or whatever, and maybe you can get, I don't know, a half a dozen, couple hundred, I don't know, people to upgrade, or add more days.
Yeah, not that I really want to see all this, but it's really simple. You can get,
but they could be doing more, like giving directions.
Yeah,
and,
totally. You have a little stand-up umbrella that they could stand over with a sign that says, "Want more magic? Ask me how." And that literally is all you need.
Yeah.
And they stand there and it's like, well, hey, we're lost. Well, this is how you get over there. So what kind of magic? Well, we're offering upgrades to tickets, upgrade to passes.
Yeah.
What kind of passes do you have? Well, we don't just have.
Or help you with a dinner reservation.
Right.
Or
Yeah, exactly.
a fast pass, whatever
It's brilliant.
It is.
It's brilliant. It's just, I'm really in this, I'm launching a new project with a friend of mine. And we're talking through the logistics of starting a company that's a service-based company for other people who are in service-based companies. Oh. And so we're kind of going through and we're talking about, different touch points for how to create more interaction, how to create more wow, how to just do what we are going to do simpler, less friction, and easier way. And little things that we're talking about, like Disney's totally forgotten about. They've done so many great things. It's ahead of the curve. Little things like that don't make sense.
Right.
But buddy, you put somebody out there with a clipboard because they want to get the data from you.
Yeah.
But
they'll put 100 of the survey people in the park.
Exactly. But they won't turn around and put,
something to make your experience better.
25 people to plus your experience up a little bit.
Yeah. And it was weird because the first time I read this article, I was like, well, if I'm in the park, didn't I need a ticket to get in the park?
Right. That's what I was originally thinking when I first read the headline. I'm like, wait, what?
Why would I be selling tickets inside the park if I need a ticket to get in the park?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So
it
was weird.
It's a weird thing, but once you figure out the process it makes sense.
Yeah. So talking about our movie Solo, we have some numbers here. The initial estimates for the holiday opening weekend of the Disney Lucasfilms Solo, A Star Wars Story, were in the $130 to $150 million range. But even after a record-breaking opening day, the new film is now set to bring in only $110 million domestically this weekend. The Millennium's crashing. Pull up, Chewie, pull up. Including Thursday night's because that's when I saw it. I was like, well, this movie doesn't open on Friday. Why am I seeing it on Thursday?
Right.
I says, this is not a clip. I'm not going to go see 15 minutes and then want to see the rest of it.
Yeah.
So it was including Thursday night's previews totaling $14.1 million, and then the first day box office numbers were $32 million, setting a Memorial Day record. I can't believe that's a record.
For low or high?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Solo, which follows the story of young Han Solo as he becomes friends with his Wookiee co-pilot Chewbacca and meets the gambler Lando Calrissian, was directed by Opie. After directing team Phil
You're going to have to tell everybody who Opie is, because not everybody knows who Opie
sorry.
is.
For you youngins, Ron Howard. Go Google
Ron
that.
Howard was Opie. Don't you mean Richie Cunningham?
Yeah, Richie Cunningham.
That's who you really meant.
If the directing team, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, left the project, I don't think they left. They were thrown out by Kathleen Kennedy, had creative differences with 3 weeks left of their principal photography. The international sales appear to be slow.
Yeah.
With opening day sales in 43 countries only coming in at $11.4 million. That's terrible. Disney has not yet released figures, but some sources put the cost of the film before marketing at $250 million.
Yeah, they pretty much shot the movie twice.
I think 3 times. There was a director, then they brought in that team, and then Richie Cunningham, I think so. And then Richie Cunningham came in.
Wasn't Lord and Miller the main guys first?
No, I think there was somebody before them.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
Here's my only pushback is I watch a fairly unhealthy amount of YouTube videos.
That's not good.
And most of the people are crapping all over this movie. And I'm like, first of all, you never saw, and I'm just going to be a real yutz here, so guys, forgive me for this. Most of the people who are crapping on this movie never saw the original movies in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're millennials. I'm not painting with that brushstroke. Right. But most of the people who are complaining about this are younger than 30 or close to 30, 31, 32. And they're saying, well, this is just not like this is not in the pantheon of what, Lucasfilms was, this doesn't even rate to the guys. What are you comparing?
Unless you were sitting in the seat in 1977.
Right. What are you comparing Han Solo, a Star Wars movie, to? It's not a horrible movie. Someone's like, oh, the pacing is horrible. There's a lot of Star Wars movies that the pacing is horrible. Pick any one of the original trilogy, the trilogy, the new trilogy that came out with in the 90s and the aughts.
With Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. 1, 2, or 3. I don't know how to say it. Attack of the Clones, all that good stuff. There's a lot of pacing issues there. Like, any of the chase scenes or the pod racing scenes were like 5 hours too long. Yeah. There's a lot of problems in these Star Wars movies because they're just movies.
Yeah.
And I got into a discussion with somebody and they were like, oh, it was just awful. It was just the worst movie. I'm like, really? I thought that I keep saying Han Solo. Solo was definitely on par with any of the Fast and Furious movies. And I like those movies as well.
Right.
Maybe I'm just not a good movie critic, but I thought it was a good movie.
I thought so too.
I thought there were aspects of the movie that I didn't like, but there's aspects of a lot of movies that I don't like. But I thought the movie was good. Right. And all these people are crapping on it on YouTube and the critics and stuff. Guys, who gives a crap what Rotten Tomatoes says? If you go out and you like the movie, like the movie.
Yeah.
If it sucks, it sucks. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. Just enjoy the movie.
Right.
Relax. Enjoy yourselves. Life's too short to worry about some of that crap.
I'd say.
All right. So that's the end of our first shoe.
Shoe with a big shoe.
So we're going to go ahead and do the second shoe. Everybody doing okay out there? We will definitely save some time for some Q&A.
Sure.
So, save your questions, or if you can throw the questions in there's no guarantee that we'll see it, though. But, we're going to do some questions at the end, so if you got questions for us.
If you got questions, we got answers.
All right. So you ready to go on to the next one?
Sure.
On this week's show, we have news about Disneyland permits, Incredible Tomorrowland Expo, meetups, and so much more on today's Disney Parks Podcast. That was good, wasn't
it? Yeah, that's good. We have a button for that.
Oh, yeah, we do. We don't have the setting on it, I'm sure, because we still have Darth Vader.
No. Solo, you will be mine. I am your father. Solo is going to the dark side. That was on today. Empire Strikes Back. It's true. What's up, buddy?
So I'd like to now do my impression of when I eat bad Mexican food. Sorry.
All right.
So crazy question. I don't want to do spoilers, but the big reveal at the end of Solo.
No, don't tell them.
I don't want to tell it. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What did you think when you saw that? When the guy's like, boom, you were.
Yeah.
Did you crap yourself?
I was like, yeah, what?
What?
What? How's this gonna end?
Yeah.
How are we gonna proceed from here?
How will we ever go on?
I know.
All right.
At Disneyland, has been doing some quiet, secret buying of property around Disneyland. You know this, right?
Yes, I've heard rumors.
Yeah, they've been secretly buying stuff. I think if they had Apple Cash, they would be buying a lot more stuff. They would be buying everything that bumped up against them.
Yes.
And just rip it down.
Yep.
Anyway, permits indicated that the Carousel Inn and Suites across from Disneyland will soon be demolished. Now, I want you to go Google this later, and you'll see how small this sliver of property is across from Disneyland.
Teeny tiny.
What are we going to park there? Bob's car? Is that going to be Bob's parking lot?
Bob's cars.
Yeah. So back in April 2015, the Walt Disney Company purchased the Carousel Inn and Suites on 1530 South Harbor Boulevard in Anaheim. So you can go Google that.
Mm-hmm.
You can go see it on Google Maps and see this little sliver of hotel. The 131-room hotel bought by Disney for $32 million under the limited liability corporation Carousel Holding Eats at the time. So they're not even using the Disney brand or company to buy this stuff. They're going back to their old ways.
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland spokeswoman Susie Brown said that the Disney had no long-term plans for this property, but many assumed that the hotel would eventually be demolished.
Yep.
So they just want to clear it. So if they do want to build something, it's ready.
Yes.
The hotel closed in October of 2016, and at the time it was believed that the land would be used as part of the Eastern Gateway expansion. This expansion project would use the Carousel Inn and Suites land as a bridge to the new transportation hub and parking structure. Since then, Disney set aside those plans and instead has moved forward with the plans for the new parking garage structure next to the existing Mickey and Friends parking garage structure.
Gosh, that's not not confusing or
anything. Right. And that's for the Star Wars land.
Truth.
They're building a parking garage for a land.
Right.
Recently, on May 17th, 2018, permits were issued by the city of Anaheim to demolish the hotel. So the long and thin property, and really it's a long and thin property, sits across from Harbor Boulevard from the Disneyland Resort entrance and bus loop. So it is clear why this is prime real estate, but now it won't be used for the Eastern Gateway expansion project, and we're not sure what it's going to be used for. So if you have guesses, I'd love to hear.
Right.
I'm always fascinated when Disney does these cloak and dagger little secret projects.
Right.
And I think everybody else does, and that's why everybody goes, to the Anaheim County, or the Orange County, to see all the permits that are filed. Because I guess if Disney had it their own way, they wouldn't file any permits, so nobody knew anything. But it'd be interesting. Right. I'd like to see what they're going to use this for because it's a very small piece of property.
Yeah, it's hard, man. When you look at Disneyland and how locked it is, and you just see it.
You cry. It makes you weep.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
This is fascinating to see what Disney does with it. Now, the hard part for us is keeping track of all these little purchases along the way because they bought some other stuff.
Yes.
So you have to keep track of it, and then one day they'll pull the curtain up and go, oh, Look at that great idea.
Well, even like the new hotel that they're sandwiching into downtown Disney. So I know they bought other pieces of property. Somebody smarter than us maybe has a map,
right,
of Disneyland, and then the stuff that they've been quietly buying.
Right.
But I'm surprised they took out half of downtown Disney to squeeze in another hotel.
Well, there's only, 3 hotels there?
Yeah.
Well, more hotels, more people. Hey, if they'll wait 4 hours, they'll wait 5.
All right. We'll see how long they're going to wait.
For a limited time, they have some special food and snacks to celebrate the incredible Tomorrowland Expo, which is exciting. From now until September 3rd, Tasty, the Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland will be offering new snacks and food options in celebration of the incredible summer at Walt Disney World Resort. At Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, guests can find a new super food salad that will feature kale and spinach salad with quinoa, avocado, blueberries, and pico de gallo. Additionally, at Cosmic Rays, there's a super stretchy burger inspired by Mrs. Incredible that's an all... It's a flame-grilled Angus beef that's piled high with deep-fried mozzarella sticks, American cheese, bacon, and garlic ranch sauce. Heck yeah, bring it. Tomorrowland Terrace Restaurant will be offering a dash pizza. Guests can choose between a Sicilian-style cheese pizza or pepperoni pizza. And Edna Mode's No Capes, Just Crepes crepe sundae will be available at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies. This limited time sundae has 2 options, either a chocolate hazelnut crepe topped with ice cream and berries, or a blackberry lavender jam crepe topped with ice cream and fruit flavored cereal.
Wow.
Nice. The launching pad will offer an incredible pretzel mask that's a soft pretzel covered in black salt. Cheese sauce or yellow mustard are available for dipping. Lastly, but certainly not least, the Tomorrowland snack carts will be offering Frozone's blue raspberry flavored snow cone.
Wow.
Who doesn't want a snow cone?
Yeah.
Snow cone sounds good.
Do they have a Dairy Queen Blizzard?
I'm thinking not. Man, if they did a tie-in with Dairy Queen, that'd be the bomb. That'd be the bomb.com, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Saturday we had a meet-up at Basin Island Tap House.
We did.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
Beer was good.
We did.
Charcuterie was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like that place.
I had a pretzel. Pretzel's great.
Yeah.
I took the bottom part of the pretzel off and made the mask.
Yeah. It's my new favorite place in the studios.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I like it.
It's nice. It's really great.
I wish the inside was a little bigger.
Yeah.
I would have liked a little bit more inside.
I would too, but I do like the outside. I like it when the sun goes down, the lights come on. It's a really good place and surprisingly comfortable. Those chairs were actually surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah, they were.
And again, I talked about this on the other show. Daniel took care of us and did a great job.
Right.
Super into what we were doing. So yeah, it was a great night.
Right.
And hey, we should have taken a picture.
Yeah, we got nothing. I don't even have a picture of the drink or the food. That's how bad I was. Anyway, June 23rd, we're going to meet at 2 p.m. at the Port Orleans French Quarter.
Yeah, we are.
For some beignets.
Yeah, buddy.
And if you haven't had a beignet, you haven't lived. Because it's a piece of dough with a lot of sugar. And they're delicious. And the beignets are on us, so come out, enjoy, have a beignet.
Yep.
Then, on July 28th at 2 p.m., we're going to attempt the impossible.
Knock on wood.
We're going to go to Andy's Lunchbox at the new Toy Story Land.
Yep.
So come out and meet us. Maybe grab a bite, have a drink, snack or something.
If we can.
You know, whatever. If we can get in there, that's our hope, our dream. So, Andy, if you can make that happen, that'd be great.
Yep.
And then, in August, on August 11th at 1 p.m., we are going to Plancha at the Four Seasons Resort. And this is over in the golf area, which is kind of sort of under construction right now. So you have to pay a little bit more attention. They moved the entrance over about 50 feet. So you got to pay attention to to where you're going.
Yes.
But we're gonna join us and have lunch, or you can have a cocktail. They even have cigars to purchase there if you want to, have a cocktail and a cigar and sit outside and
bring your own.
Yeah, or bring your own. Whatever.
We're probably going to do the meetup for like an hour or two. Yeah. I will probably hang out at the end and smoke a stogie out back.
Yeah. All three of these, you can go to facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast, click on events, and then RSVP. So, especially for the plancha is more important. This way I can make the reservation, and we know how many people are coming, and we can get a table big enough. Obviously, they'll accommodate us for whatever table size we have, but I'd like to give them a heads up if we can, because then we're being nice citizens.
Now, you don't do that for the Disney. I was kidding. Go ahead.
I do that for
I'm busting your chops.
We are also looking for any bloggers or photographers or videographers. So if you live near a Disney resort, or come to a Disney resort frequently, like you live in Georgia and you drive here every weekend, or you live in Fort Lauderdale and you drive here every weekend, send us an email at DisneyParksPodcast.com if you'd like to help us out. Unfortunately, it's unpaid at this time, but
DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, at gmail.com, but you get the fun of knowing us.
Oh God, we will do some things that'll make it fun.
Yeah, we'll figure some stuff out.
We'll figure stuff out. Yeah. We'll give you some books and stuff.
Yeah. And then don't forget that you can listen to the show on your Amazon Echo or your Google Home device, whatever that is. That we're running down. We got limited stuff left. I've been able to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
Get rid of some goods.
Yeah.
So go visit the store at Disney Parks Podcast /shop. And we have some remaining items left that you can purchase over there. And if you go to DisneyByTheNumbers.com, right now we are selling a limited edition, limited to 86, and they're almost gone, 86 Pixar hats. So it's got the Pixar logo in the front, and it's got the little Pixar ball in the back. They are $20. They'll be shipping soon, and just get them before they're gone, because there's only going to be 86, and after that, we're done. No more hat. So that is what this month's offer is. So go check that out.
Cool.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay, moving on.
Yep.
Table service and dining reservations are now available during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Sweet.
I can't believe we're talking about Halloween already.
I know, right?
It drives me crazy.
Well, it's what did I say? 5 months to Christmas.
Yeah.
Or 7 months.
7 months to Christmas. Yeah. Guest planning on attending any of the 2018 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties can now make their advanced dining reservations at the following 3 table service restaurants during the hours of 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Crazy.
Number 1, be our guest.
Yep.
Number 2, Cinderella's Royal Table.
Yep.
Number 3, the Crystal Palace. So Tony's and the Plaza is off. So you can only do it at those 3 locations.
Right.
So similar to last year, Disney has set up a completely separate page where regular reservations can be made, as a ticket to the party is required in order to book the dinner. So during the reservations can only be made online or by calling 407-WDW-DINE. And I don't have the exact page to give you. Also available to book is the Happy Hallowishes Dessert Premium Package to enhance the party experience. The additional package, and we've spoken about this, includes the viewing area for Mickey's Boo to You, the Halloween parade, from a reserved location along Main Street, as well as an all-you-can-eat and enjoy buffet of spooky-worthy sweets and sips, including chocolate-dipped strawberries, chocolate mousse, cupcakes, ice cream, seasonal fruits and cheeses, and other ghoulish goodies. Sparkling cider, signature lemonades, coffee, tea, and hot chocolate will also be served. Finish the experience with the sweeping views of Hallowishes, the nighttime spectacular over Cinderella's castle.
Sweet.
Reservations for the premium package are priced at $84 per person, and tax is included. And then $50 for the kiddies, 10 and older. 10 and older. 3 to 9 is $50. Everybody else, 10 and older, is $84. And you can do that by also calling 407-WDW-DINE. So, it's a park ticket. Then there's dinner reservations.
Right.
And then a dessert party. And you can just leave your credit card at the counter.
Yeah, I see like $100 for the ticket.
Yeah.
$20 to park.
Is parking included?
Parking is not included in that ticket that I'm aware of.
That's sad. Okay.
So you're
$100 for dinner for a family of 4.
So $100. So a couple $100 there. $84 per person. So you're looking at 160 times 2 is it's a $500-$600 night.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Good on you, kids.
It's crazy.
And for some people, that'd be nothing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, you've heard about this thing called Disney Max Pass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Well, it can now be added to a Disneyland Resort vacation package.
What?
Revolutionizing the world, one Disneyland Resort vacation at a time. Last summer, the Disneyland Resort introduced Disney Max Pass, a paid service that allows guests to make FastPass reservations from their smartphone and gives them free PhotoPass downloads, both for just $10 per person per day, which is pretty good. Now, Disneyland is making it even easier to add MaxPass by allowing it to be included in your Disneyland Resort vacation package. Book a Disneyland Resort vacation package at either one of the 3 hotels of the Disneyland Resort or one of the many Good Neighbor hotels and add Disney MaxPass to your reservation. Still, for the introductory price of $10 per person per day. Guests may choose 2, 3, 4, or 5-day Disneyland park hoppers or 1 park per day ticket to add to their vacation package. However, all guests in the reservation must choose the same Disneyland Resort ticket type, and all guests must choose whether or not to add Disney Max Pass. It's hard for me not to say Maxi Pad. Sorry, Max Pass. Max Pass, John. Max Pass. So I have a question. I have a legitimate question, not being a jerk, not being my little snarky self. The Max Pass allows for free PhotoPass downloads and the ability to make FastPass reservations, correct? So, and it's only $10.
Well, the fast passes can't be made until you're in the park. They're not like ours where they can make them 180 days in advance. You have to be in the park with your app, and then you can make 3. And once those are done, you can make another 3.
But nobody.
But you have to be in the park.
But can anybody, if you're doing like a Disneyland vacation, could they book fast passes like 180 days out? Okay, so it's a completely different system.
Correct.
So here's my question: Disney PhotoPass and fast passes, $10 a day. Why is it so damn expensive for us over here to do PhotoPass?
I'm not sure.
Because if you add that package,
well, it's per person per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Per person per day, still. Yeah. You know.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Crazy question.
Yeah.
I'm just crazy enough to ask people.
All right.
Just a question.
We'll have to figure it out.
Gary's in the chat room says, here, just take my wallet.
Yeah. Or my kids.
Or my kids. Take a kid.
Disney announced dates for the 2018. Now, we were talking about Halloween. Now we're going to talk about Christmas.
Grandma.
Disney announced the dates for the 2018 Epcot International Festival of the Holidays and Candlelight Processional.
Nice.
Disney just announced the dates for 2 fan-favorite holiday events that take place at Walt Disney World each year. The 2018 Epcot International Festival of the Holidays will return November 18th to December 30th. The Candlelight Processional will also return this year. Duh. This time, the beloved holiday tradition will be open for Thanksgiving on November 22nd and run all the way through to December 30th.
Nice.
Now they're catching on.
Got it. Yep.
So that'll really be interesting. The Epcot International Festival of the Holidays invites guests to discover holiday cheer throughout the park and across the 11 World Showcase pavilions. Did you like that?
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very.
Special entertainment, storytellers, seasonal favorites at holiday kitchens, booth, and eye-catching holiday decor are all part of the fun. Evenings during this time are topped with a special holiday presentation, Illuminations, Reflection of Earth. The Candlelight Processional has remained a must-do for many Epcot guests. The retelling of the traditional Christmas story is read by a celebrity narrator and accompanied by a massed choir of live orchestra.
Yeah.
Some people that do this can't leave their political opinions out of it, which drives me a little batty. Whoopi Goldberg. But
How does that political?
no, she does political stuff. She squeezes her agenda.
Of course she does, because she's a friggin' moron.
Yeah. We'll share the details of the narrators a little bit later and dining package information when it all becomes available. So get your credit card out for swiping.
Right.
For booking your dinner reservations. We haven't done this in a long time.
Not together.
Yeah.
Not together. Sorry. But
Did you do it last year? And who did you see? Do you remember?
Don't believe we did. We did. I just don't remember who we saw.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember who narrated it. It was so
non-eventful.
Yeah, I don't remember who. I think we went on the time when Sarah wanted to go see, but don't hold me to that. Yeah.
I hope they bring some interesting people this year.
Me too. I mean, Neil Patrick's always there. Whoopi's always there.
I've seen Neil. I've seen Whoopi.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I've seen Jody Benson do it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jody. It might have been Jody. No, it wasn't Jody Benson.
I stood in the back for Jody. I didn't bother getting a whole dinner package and everything, but it was good. I saw it, heard it. Sounded fine.
Yeah.
I didn't need to,
Yeah, and, we're friends with Derek. Derek Johnson co-wrote the music.
We should go with him.
Why?
Why? No?
So, moving forward,
all right.
there's nothing to that. I just don't want to talk about it on here. No. Maybe, but not really. I don't think he would enjoy it. So Edna Mode from Incredibles 2.
Or 1.
Yeah, that's a weird copy.
Yeah.
Edna from the Incredibles franchise will appear at Disneyland and Walt Disney World this summer.
That's incredible.
That is incredible. But no capes. Celebrated fashion designer Edna Mode from Disney Pixar's Incredible is about to begin making public appearances during the Incredible Tomorrowland Expo in the Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World, as well as greeting guests at Disney California Adventure Park at the Disneyland Resort during Pixar Fest. Going to eat some Pixar. Edna's supersuit designs are always functional and fabulous, darling. Walt Disney World guests can expect to see the famous fashionista begin Memorial Day weekend when the Incredible Summer kicks off, where Disneyland parkgoers can go look for her just before The Incredibles 2 hits theaters on June 15th. And this is really cool. This is one of the characters that I'm glad they're bringing out.
I think this was voiced by the same person that did Doug.
Isn't it Brad Bird? Didn't Brad Bird do Edna?
No, it's somebody else. And then go look it up. And who did Roz too?
Always watching. Brad Bird.
Oh, did Edna?
Yeah.
Who did Roz and Doug then?
Roz voice from Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Roz voice Monsters Inc. actor is Bob Peterson.
Yeah, and I think he did Doug. So Edna was done by Brad, and Bob did Roz
and Doug.
Okay.
Right. My name is Doug. I
just
just met you, but I love you. Well, you're talking about a cottage industry.
Yeah.
Poor kids. Yeah, I knew that was Brad Bird who done Edna. And they've got another person listed, but I think she did like the video games and stuff.
Right. All right, Star Wars Galaxy Edge.
Yeah, buddy.
Opening season, not dates.
Do-do-do, pew-pew.
We knew the year. Now we just know the season. Soon we'll get to a date. Soon we'll get to a month.
Then we'll get the month.
Then we'll get
the
week.
week.
The third week.
Third week.
Then we'll get a
Second word sounds like
something that ends in a Y.
First letter next week at the Disney Parks blog.
We're going to give you one letter at a time.
And we're not going to give
They
them
should
to
do
you in
that.
order.
They should really do that.
They should. We're
They
going to
should
do it in
re-
order. Today's letter
All right,
is...
let me send a dear Disney.
Today's letter is D.
I have a way for you to reveal the exact date for these.
Right.
Mr. Casanova, please stop sending us stuff.
Your ideas are silly.
Here's another cease and desist letter. Disney has announced the Star Wars Galaxy Edge will officially open in Walt Disney World in the fall of 2019. And the new land is currently under construction at Disney Hollywood Studios and will boast 2 e-ticket attractions, the Battle Escape and a flight aboard the Millennium Falcon.
Flying like a bird.
The Disneyland Resort version of the Star Wars Galaxy Edge land will open in the summer of 2019. So I'm thinking road trip to California, and we can get a head start on this.
I'm hoping they have it open by the time for. I don't
know why. Why wouldn't they do them simultaneously? Because then they could spread the Star Wars fans in 2 different places.
Yeah.
Rather than going one place and then the other place.
Yeah. It'll be open by the time D23, right? When's D23?
2019. Summer of 2019.
Well, yeah, it'll be open spring of 2019, so it'll be open for 20. Good Lord, can you imagine?
D23 and this
descending down upon.
They're not that stupid. It'll be way after D23 because they're just not that crazy.
No, I'm not saying they'll open it at D23. I'm just, can you imagine all the people from D23 heading to this menagerie?
That's what I'm saying.
Oy vey. All right, let's get into the headline news, kids. Hey, the ability to unlock your guest door with a smartphone digital key has officially rolled out at Fort Wilderness Cabins. This is cool.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Tapped open.
I tapped that. Disneyland adds new pineapple churros. Have you seen these?
Yes.
Scary looking. They probably taste great.
Yeah.
But,
it's food.
You fry dough and put enough sugar on it. I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know there was going to be a live-action Kim Possible movie.
Right.
Second of all, Allison Hannigan has been cast to play, I think, the mom in Kim Possible.
Right.
Love me some Allison Hannigan. Say my name. Downtown Disney businesses some of them are going to be closing earlier than expected. Do you know a little bit about this?
Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is closing May 31st now.
Not the Haagen-Dazs.
Yep. And I think Orla Sandwich and AMC are closing a couple weeks earlier than they projected as well.
Are they getting rid of the theater altogether?
Yeah. Oh, it's gone. There's like 10 things on the stuff closest to the Disneyland Hotel. That's where the new hotel's going.
Well, I knew they were closing some businesses, but I wouldn't think they'd get rid of a movie theater.
Yeah, movie theater gone. ESPN is going.
I knew that was going.
Yeah, and they just had their final dinner. I think they're closing earlier than expected.
Wow.
So, I think they're just trying to push it up. The faster they can get rid of them, the faster they can tear it down and start doing construction.
Right.
Yeah.
In a bit of news that shocked both Tony and myself, ABC canceled The Chew.
Yeah.
And, because they just added that extra out to Good Morning America. Now, Good Morning America will be 23 and a half hours long.
Oh, it'll be the same thing as the Today Show, 23 and a half hours long.
Yep. Good for them.
Somebody at a news network, at ABC or NBC, has got to explain to me why you want a news show to go on for 4 hours. It's the same thing every 15 minutes. It's not like not like it's new news.
But it's not news.
Well, it's news and entertainment.
Who is Hoda and
Kathy Lee?
Kathy Lee. Is that an ABC or NBC?
NBC.
Dude, seriously, God bless.
Yeah, that's not news. That's their fourth hour.
That's what the fourth hour is going to be at Good Morning America.
Yeah.
But who's it? It's going to be
Strahan
and Kelly Ripa
all
day long.
Strahan and I don't know who else.
Yeah, Oh yeah, he left.
Yeah, it's just a terrible idea.
Terrible.
I would prefer the Chim.
Strahan and Barkley.
Yeah.
It's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. In a little bit of troubling news for those of us who are really looking forward to getting the X-Men as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe
and other assets,
Comcast has confirmed plans of an all-cash offer to try to outbid Disney for purchase of assets for Fox.
And that does change things because Disney, I think, is a mix of cash and stock.
Yeah.
And maybe the Fox people don't want the stock. Maybe they want the cash and walk away. So Comcast giving them all cash could change things significantly.
I had a long talk with a couple friends of mine, and both of whom are attached to. I have to be very cautious when I talk about this. They're attached to Universal. They don't work for Universal,
right?
But they have connections to Universal. Let me leave it at that. That's as close as I want to come to it.
Right.
And they were like, "Yeah, that totally makes sense." Fox will just take the cash and walk away. I'm like, but would they though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, but if you give somebody $10 million, they've got $10 million. But if you give somebody $10 million worth of Disney stock, that literally is like an ATM to me.
Well, yeah, it does pay dividends every year.
Would I want to get? It's that question. And maybe this is a question for the people in the chat or people who want to send us an email at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Would you rather have $10 million cash right now, or would you rather have $10 million worth of stock in the Walt Disney Company? I mean, Solo, a Han story, Solo notwithstanding. I mean, just think about that. The growth of that company, the brand that is Disney. I don't know. I'm holding out hope because I want some of those people in the MCU. I want Disney to have access to certain things. I could care less about the real reason that Disney's probably doing it so they can get a hold of Sky Network and all that good stuff. But, anyway. Moving forward, hey, Star Wars The Last Jedi is coming to Netflix in June. So we'll be able to see that in June.
You going to pick up a copy?
No, I didn't pick up a copy of that.
No,
no I didn't. And as far as we know, until we hear otherwise, Boba Fett is set to star in his own spin-off movie to be written and directed by James Mangold, which is cool. Boba Fett, the character of Boba Fett factored in heavily to the Star Wars Clone Wars animated series. I'm very excited about a potential Boba Fett movie. I would love to see how that works out. And for the little teaser craziness that happened at the end of Solo, a Star Wars story, I can't wait to see how they tie bows and strings and weave webs to deceive in Boba Fett. But, God only knows what they'll do to those characters. And finally, my friends, we have exclusive Star Wars character experiences are now available at Disney Visa, debit, and credit card members. What is this all about?
Yeah, so over at the studios, where Kylo and Chewbacca are, there's a Visa experience where you can get some time with those characters.
Chewbacca and Kylo?
Yeah.
I'll give you two guesses who the most popular one is.
Yeah, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
It could be either with your Chase debit, cash card, ATM card, or the Disney Chase Visa card. Either one. Does not matter.
Right.
Hey, I want to give a little shout out to Vince, our field reporter. He was over at the Magic Kingdom and over at the Tomorrowland, what they're now calling the Incredibles or Tomorrowland Expo. There's a couple different things that you can do with, get a picture ops. So first one is this incredible shot.
Nice. It's incredible.
It's incredible. So you can, stand there and have your picture taken. And he also sent this one. So this is like a Frozone experience. So you can do that.
Cool.
Also at Disney Springs, I believe it's a theater, they're giving away a Solo baton.
Solo. Oh, a little pin?
Yeah,
little button thing?
Yeah, a little baton.
Dude.
So, while supplies last, I saw a bunch of them this weekend.
I did. I saw them everywhere this weekend.
Yeah, so they're out there. And the other thing I did want to mention that we are still planning some. I got to figure out some stuff, but June is going to be Toy Story month.
Go easy on me, man. Just go easy on me.
I'm going to make you dress up like
bullshit.
Buzz or Woody or
no, you're not. Hey, you know what else happens in June?
What's that?
You know what June 26th is?
What's that?
Stitch Day. So
yeah?
whatever you got, I'll bring it back.
Well, there you go. See, it'll work out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it, but I have a limit.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. Plus, just to see what kind of crazy crap you come up with. So.
Yeah. Well, we could do a toy store.
Are you having a stroke right now? Are you stroking out, buddy?
A Toy Story toy merchandise?
Wow. God
demonstration?
Bless. A demonstration of Toy Story stores? That's my head hitting a microphone.
I could bring all my Toy Story merchandise into this table. We
don't have that kind of time.
We can make time.
If you're watching this on Facebook, just look behind. That's just one part of it. It's just one part of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
All right, anything else you have?
No, I don't think so. We want to make sure that you guys find us over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Wait, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Disney Parks Podcast. Find us on Twitter, Disney Podcaster. Make sure you come over to DisneyParksPodcast.com. Check out all of our articles, our show archives, as well as links to all of our sponsors, DisneyParksPodcast.com/shop to check out our shop items. And we hope that you guys have a great time. Visit us over at Patreon.com/DisneyParksPodcast. And make sure you're planning to meet us at one of our amazing meetups. We try to spread them out and have one every month so you can hang out with us and meet with us. We'd love to meet you there. And outside of that, you got anything else?
Got nothing.
We will see you in the parks. All right. Everybody in the chat room, thanks for being here tonight. And we're going to open it up a little bit to some questions. So I threw out the question, 10 million or 10 million in stock. Ralph, the 10 million in cash is worth 30 million in stock. That's a toughie. I'll take the 10 million in cash and invest it however I want. Good call, Sam. Then Ralph says stock. Linda says stock. Ralph says more advertising money. Yeah, they could throw at great movies like Solo. Linda says great. Now all I want is ice cream.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs. Adam says, great show, guys. Thanks for all the great news. Hey, our pleasure. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being here tonight. You guys have any questions? I mean, we were at Disney Hollywood Studios pretty much all weekend. Thanks, Patrick. We appreciate that a lot. We were there all weekend. Do you have any questions we can answer? I do have one funny story. We were sitting in the movie theater before Solo started up. And I looked over and I said, wouldn't it be hilarious if somehow they worked in Red Solo Cup?
Yeah.
Red Solo Cup.
I am surprised it wasn't a sponsor or,
I know, right?
Like merchandise
Solo Cup
stuff.
Yeah, it would have been smart.
I was like totally... was it maybe too obvious that was going to be...
Yeah. Hey, did you ever find out how big Toy Story Land's going to be?
No.
How big is Star Wars Land?
Ours is 14. Disneyland is 19 acres.
Okay. So, if Star Wars Land is 14 acres, I gotta say Toy Story Land is going to be 10, 11 maybe? It's smaller by a few acres, not many. Size-wise.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I've heard it... I've heard numbers around the 20-ish range.
And only 14 for Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's got the big roller coaster.
Mm.
How big is Toy... Gotta type this correctly. Story Land.
Otherwise, you're going to get a result you don't want.
Yes. 11 acres.
11?
Yep. Whew. Wait, what's it say? 11 acres, yep.
Okay, good.
11 acres, wow. So Sam wants to know, where would you rank Solo amongst the other Star Wars movies?
Say that one again?
How would you rank Solo in the other Star Wars movies?
The original first three, and then that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then the newer ones, but not those other three. Those are at the bottom of my list.
I am going to say number one is a tie, and people laugh at me when I say this. Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was outstanding. And then A New Hope, which is number 1/4. And then Return of the Jedi.
Right.
The Force Awakens. Oh, wait. Sorry, I forgot Han Solo. So, Rogue One and Return of the Jedi, or Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi,
right,
Solo,
right,
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and the 3 crappy movies in the order they came out. Because they all got worse.
Right.
Although, Revenge of the Sith was okay, or the third one was okay, but I just couldn't stand the love story. I'm sorry. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. I thought Rogue One was a great movie because they had a lot of boxes they had to check off.
Right.
And while I didn't enjoy the ending, it certainly paints that line that is said in Star Wars. A lot of rebels died for this information.
Right.
Gave that a lot more weight.
Right.
But I thought it was a good movie, and I thought Solo was a good movie.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick Johnston is asking, any updates on the Magic Kingdom parade since the dragon, had that fiery incident?
Got a little hot under the collar.
Yeah. So right now they're just running the Easter float. It's the hexagon kind of thing with the fence, white picket fence. It is coming back, from what I've heard. The dragon will be back, just we don't know when. I think they want to figure out why it did what it did, and then, I don't know if they're going to make a completely new one or try to refurbish this one. Maybe, those fire controls may be burnt now beyond repair, and it might be easier just to build a new one. But from what I heard, it is going to come back because it is, an important part of that entertainment.
It's going to come out and it's like, don't start smoking, kid. Smoking's bad for your health. Doodah.
I don't know why. Well, they sent it to Disneyland. I would have said you could bring out Pete's Dragon from the Main Street Electrical Parade and just have him blow smoke.
He did, didn't he?
Pete used to blow smoke. That's what the dragon should do. If it comes back, should just blow the smoke. And then nothing has to catch fire.
We also had another question, and it was from Adam. Are the gondolas going to be running before Star Wars Land opens? And to that, no. I don't know this. Oh, you say no?
I say no.
I say
not until 2021.
Really?
Yes. Not until 2021. That's the opening date.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think
unless they open some of them early, but it's not supposed to be complete until 2021.
All of the gondolas
all
complete?
Of them.
Okay, so here's
unless they're doing that Hollywood Studios run first from, like, say, Caribbean Beach. But that's only servicing them one resort to the studios. That's not a big help.
I will say this. My vote, and this is that's Tony's opinion.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is my opinion. I think that run to Hollywood Studios will be open. Where it originates from, I have no clue. But I think they're going to try to do everything they can to get as many butts into that little park as humanly possible and make it as pleasant as they can for everybody. Yeah, I think it'll be ready because when I have not really paid that close attention. When I walked in, I walked all the way from the back of the parking lot all the way down, and I really looked at those towers. And those towers are done. They're all done.
Yeah, they're done.
So that part,
they just need cable.
They just need cable in the buckets themselves. So.
And then the station needs, some help.
True.
But most of the mechanical parts for the station are there. It's just the aesthetics of a roof,
right?
A landing area.
Yeah. I think it's going to come down to ground level.
Yeah. Well, they're building a platform for it.
Yeah.
It'll come down to that platform.
Ashley wants to know: are you going to the opening day at Toy Story Land?
No, because my family will be in town, unfortunately.
Dude, seriously? You can't talk them into going?
No.
It's Toy Story Land.
No. They're leaving that day, actually, so.
Bye. Get out the door. Yeah. But it's 6 o'clock. Go. You can't stay here.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be a mess anyway, so
Can somebody give us the name of whoever's in charge of the media at Walt Disney World?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Then they have to leave.
Then you guys got to go.
Oh, it would probably happen the day before, and then that probably even wouldn't work.
See ya. Yeah. Wouldn't it be hilarious?
Actually, the 30th, I'm doing. I probably could go in the morning, because the 30th we're doing the After Dark event.
Yeah, but the thing is the After Dark event.
Yeah, there's a Magic Kingdom After Dark event.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The cool what I was thinking is the pressing is usually like the day before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, so the 29th. Yeah. There's a pressing on the 29th.
Yeah.
But if somebody could DM us who's in charge of the media over at Walt Disney World, we'd have to find that person.
They've sent out the media invites for Toy Story Land already.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I saw a couple people mention that.
Yeah. Any other questions? Let's see. How big is Toy Story Land? We're talking about that. Let's see. I'm going back through some of the older stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Gary Clevenger.
Gary. I feel like I haven't seen Gary in years.
Holly Carter said gross. What did she say gross to? Oh, she was talking about the food.
Yeah, the burger.
Yeah, well, that's a lot. That's a lot on that burger.
They did that too at Art of Animation. It was a burger, crab cake, and a top with shrimp. I was like, why are you trying to put everything on a bun?
Yeah.
It says 3 different sandwiches.
Is Adam Richmond coming in?
Listen, if I have a heart attack, I can't come back and spend more money. Think about my health for a moment.
That's right. It's not, hey, help me, help you.
Yeah, you don't want a dead guest. You want a living guest.
Don't eat the sandwich. Yeah. What was the last thing he ate? Well, he had this and this and this in his stomach contents.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he go to? Art of Animation?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Let's see. Is there anything else?
When I used to Uber and now I Lyft, but that's kind of where I make my pit stop for lunch.
You Lyft, bro?
Yeah, I Lyft. I'm at the beach, man. I got guns.
T-wow.
T-wow.
The situation.
Yeah, but that's where I go for lunch sometimes.
Art of Animation?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I like the food there. Pretty good. Something I've noticed, and I think this is on trend with what's going on, is everybody's trying to get rid of straws, plastic straws. And most Disney quick service places in the resorts now don't have any plastic silverware. They have regular silverware. They're serving it on a paper plate, which I guess is recyclable, but they're using metal silverware. I was at Sassagoula Floats, and what did I order? I forgot what I ordered. But I'm looking all around for, the black, silverware. Couldn't find anything. I had to ask again, excuse me, where's the silverware? And she's like, oh, there, it's real stuff. Oh, all right.
All right. So in about a month and a half, you'll have a complete set of Disney silverware.
It's pretty cheap stuff. I don't think it's stuff that you want to take.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And they've also been doing it, actually, they've been doing the reverse at some of the DVC studios. They've been putting in plastic silverware and taking out the metal silverware.
That makes no sense at all.
And cups and plates. It's all plastic and paper.
That makes no sense. Are they replenishing it every day?
Yes. Because they're coming in to take out the trash every day.
Because they have to check the room.
Because they have to check the room, so they're replenishing them.
But they're not cleaning the room.
They don't clean the room except on the 4th day. Yeah. So that's a kind of weird thing.
The whole world's upside down right now.
And I get, all right, maybe the studios, because it doesn't have a kitchen. It's got a kitchenette. It's got a microwave and a coffee pot. Maybe you don't need a full-on, glass plate, bowl, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Maybe paper is fine for what you're doing. If they did that at like a Grand Villa, replaced everything, they would have to have like a real lot of paper goods.
Here's my thought on this. if you're spending the money to be a Disney Vacation Club member, and you have to eat off of paper and plastic,
yeah, it doesn't work for me.
that's ridiculous. So, do they still have dishwashers in there?
Not in a studio.
Right, but like in the Grand Villa and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. It's only the studios. It's the one.
It's only the studios now.
Yeah, that they're replacing this with.
That's silly.
Yeah. My father used to have a rule in the house: no paper. If you're gonna have dinner, you get a dish, you get a plate, and you get silverware.
Right.
No paper.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Even outside, if we were barbecuing, we had like these plastic, picnic plates. He used to call them. Get the picnic plates.
Picnic plates?
Yeah, picnic plates.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen or watch. We will be back here or both. We'll be back here next Monday. Right? And we'll have more fun.
We're kicking off Toy Story Land.
Kicking off Toy Story Month, ladies and gentlemen. It's all Toy Story all the time. We're only going to have one news item. Toy Story Land's opening in June 30th. Countdown clock has begun.
Well, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 13 of the Wait for Toy Story Land.
I'm waiting.
Tony has officially worn his astronaut diapers for 6 days, 4 hours, 37 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
Remember that crazy lady that drove cross country?
Yes.
She's an astronaut. She wore diapers.
Yes. That'd be me, sitting here waiting.
Oh, gross. I'm quitting the show if that's the case. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we'll see you in the parks.